Hey guys, it's Charles Osman here with Liquid Blue Cabarete in Cabarete, Dominican Republic. As you can tell, and if you've been watching our latest videos, we got a lot of gear that we've been testing out that just arrived for this summer. Everything from hard handles to soon the boom, the Origin, the Strike CWC with the Lula material, riding smaller boards, all types of things. But today we're gonna be talking about the Origin. So the Origin is a wing that, to be honest, I was never even considering. This is the only one we ordered for the whole Dominican Republic. And we are a school, we are a rental center, and we also do have equipment in the shop. So we try to only get things that we would use ourselves or that we would recommend, just because we're riders and we're servicing riders. And the Origin seemed like a wing that, yes, it's a little bit more economical, shaves off a couple $100 from the Strike or from the Swing, which are the flagship wings in F1. But I wanted to see what this is about, because it seems like it's a refined version of previous models in a way that makes it just more user-friendly and an all-around wing that should be just pleasant for the weekend warriors or people that just want something for an everyday wing. And not to say, sorry about that, and not to say that the Strike or the Swing is not that, but this should be a little bit of an improved version for that, and sort of an entry-level wing, let's say, but not an entry level where it's not useful at all for anybody or that would be unpleasant to ride. So either case, as you can tell, this is brand new. I'm unwrapping this first time myself. So we're gonna see what this is about. I did get this in size 4.5 because it is summertime. Let me just wrap this up here. It is summertime, and in summertime we're using primarily 4.5s. That's why I got the Swing 4.5 here. That's why I got the Strike 4.5 here. And it's just good to compare all these new wings in the same size. So I'm not trying out a 5 meter, I'm not, and then trying out a 4.5 and then comparing them. I'm comparing the same wing across the board. So here we got this, I don't even know what color we got. We got black and blue. I like blue, liquid blue. The Origin. Already just looking at it, and this is not even pumped up. This looks a little bit bigger, the leading edge. We do got the new system of the handle, which is great. I'm gonna talk about that in another video because I've been using the hard handles. I still haven't used the boom yet, but I've been using the hard handles, and it's interesting because I've let other people try it. We're even gonna have Jerry today trying out the hard handles for the first time, and it feels very intuitive, just like this handle, a little bit different. There's probably certain people that will enjoy this feeling, maybe even beginners, because it's a very rigid feeling. Here though, I do feel it makes it a little bit lighter. So for when you're wave riding, when you're leaving the wing behind, there's some benefits of having these medium handles. This is not the full soft, but the medium handles that come standard. And it's just something that we're gonna talk about in other videos when we're talking about the hard handles. But in any case, so it comes with the normal handles of F1. We got both here. Let me see, this is 37, this is 30, so it's exactly what we got. So other than that, material feels the same as always, good quality material. Now we got the buttons out. We got the regular leash, no changes on the leash, don't need to do any changes. The leash has been working fine. So just get this pumped up. Also what I like about summer is that you don't gotta pump that much. These wings, easier to pump. So it looks definitely more round. Let's see. And already off the bat, something I'm realizing, here it says 8 PSI versus the other wings, which are telling me, I believe 10, or 9 and 10, 10 on the center strut and 9 on the leading edge. Here it's saying 8. So that's interesting. So to get it up to 8, the recommended PSI. All right, 9, 8. Yeah, looks about right. All right, so feels hard. What I've been doing recently is just I reconnect it. So just to see, exactly, it's exactly at 8. Perfect. So we're always gonna go according to the standard. So this wing, they're advertising it for schools, for weekend warriors, bit different price point. Like I said though, $100, $200 difference. So is that worth not getting the most premium wing in terms of performance versus this? Debatable, but we got one just to test it out. You never know. Gotta tie my leash right here. Even the shape of the strut. All right. Yeah. And let's just give it another test. I just like to see. Yeah. Super. Alrighty. So here we got the wing. I get the leash on just in case. Brand new leash. We are gonna test this in the water. This is just first impressions. So of course the handle brand new. So here we got it. Feels more compact. In terms of the canopy, it seems like it has a bit more of a bump to it, not as flat as the strike. Maybe in between the strike and the swing actually. Has the regular rear, has this regular part right here, which is just sort of the load diffuser, should keep the rigidity. So it looks solid. Let's just walk over here real quick. Okay, yeah, so wind's coming in. So it's gonna be interesting to test it on the water. In terms of lightness, it's light. Feels just a little bit more oval, a little bit more rounded than the strike. It does feel like a previous version, just refined a little bit. So it's gonna be interesting to test it on the water. You know, I really don't know much of what to say in terms of should you get it or not get it. The only thing that you can consider in terms of factors is that for sure the wing's gonna work. You're gonna be able to ride it, you're gonna be able to learn on it, you're gonna be able to ride it in waves, probably jump, whatever you might want. But just looking at it, it looks a little bit less performance orientated, though that might help with some of the aspects of the pumpability and the responsiveness that you're getting through that pumpability, where maybe it's capturing a little bit more wind more easily so that you're gonna get it up and going a little bit quicker when you're riding. So we're gonna have to test it out on the water. Personally, I'll probably stick with the strike or the swing. I really like the strike. I've been testing the handles on the swing just to test it out on the swing. Even though I can test it on the strike, I can add the hard handles here. But the reality is that the shape is unique in a way, a little bit more unique because it feels more compact just looking at it with my eyes. It feels a little bit more compact, a little bit more boxy, and that might help with the overall pumpability, getting up and going. But we're just gonna have to test it out on the water. We're probably gonna have our guy Jerry test it out just to see how it goes for him and then get his feedback. I'll also test it out on that 60-liter board just to see how it goes. But looking at it, it looks just more user-friendly. It'll be something to test out also with students or people renting, just say, hey, try it out, see how it goes for you and see if they notice something. Because I gave someone the hard handles, for example, and they said, wow, this feels more intuitive than with the other handles, the regular handles. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting comment. So there's some factors to consider, but the good thing is that all the new wings of F1 come with the whole adapters for hard handles, soft handles, medium handles, boom, you name it, you can do it on this. And it actually works very well. We're gonna talk about it in some other videos, so make sure you check out the channel. But this, it just seems like a more user-friendly wing. And yeah, like, can't jump too high on it right now because my leg hurts, but from yesterday, a fall. But in any case, it feels good. Like it's stable, it's not flapping around. Of course, it's brand new, so you're not gonna have any flapping. But let's see it, let's test it out. This video, I will do an ending here, but we'll probably add some B-roll towards the end or maybe some B-roll within the video. And I just wanted to remind you guys, you know, this is Cabarete in July. From this angle, you can't really see how much wind there is. We might bring the camera a little bit this way just to test out, just to show you guys actually a classic day in Cabarete, how it looks. But basically, there's great conditions this summer overall, and now we're entering July. So you know, for us, our conditions are always in summertime, even though we have 300 days plus of wind a year. Summertime is our best time of the year, though we also get wind in winter. We get wind 300 days a year. So there's only around 60, 70 days that are not so good but the rest we have 10 knots, 12 knots plus every single day. And today is a day where you see we have around 15 to 20 knots easily. Perfect for winging, perfect for kiting, perfect for everything. So yeah, so we're gonna get out there, we're gonna test out this wing, we're gonna see how it goes, and it's gonna be interesting. But it does feel powered, it feels stable, it feels nice. It has some lift, so we're gonna test it out. Either way, guys, this is Charles Austin with Liquid Blue Cabarete in Cabarete, Dominican Republic. This is just a quick little review of the Origin wing, which is a brand new wing to the lineup. Though I believe for myself, I'm gonna stick to the strike or the swing. This might have its place in the market, but for us, we like to stick to the performance, and the performance works well in terms of learning. There's no real downfall to learning on a strike or learning on a swing in reality. But if this does increase the user experience in the beginning and helps people getting out there, and maybe if you're looking to buy gear, the price point's a little bit better, just like the Rocket Wing versus the Rocket Wing ASC versions, where you can save some dollars and still get some good equipment, then there might be a place for it. But for now, we're gonna test it out, ride it. I'm filming this before testing it out on the water, so you'll see how we do it out on the water and our thoughts about it. So in any case, guys, this is it. I'm gonna leave you with a view of Cabarete, and if you're thinking about getting the Origin, I don't think you can go wrong with it, but consider the strike, consider the swing, and either way, just get out there and have some fun. So I'll leave it to that. Enjoy, have a great day. We're done. Hey guys, so just got off the water from testing the Origin, and like I said, I wasn't too sold on the idea of even getting this wing to test it out or buying it for the shop here in Cabarete, because the strike and the swing are already such great wings that we've been using for the last 5 years, 4 years, since the inception of the swing and the strike. And basically, the Origin, I think, fits a specific gap of it could be great for schools and rental programs, and also entry-level riders that want to find the best bang for their buck, because it is slightly cheaper than the strike and the swing. In terms of performance though, felt good, was solid. It did feel like previous versions of the strike and swing, like a hybrid. So interesting. Of course, if you haven't tested any of the wings or the previous generations, that might not be relevant to you. But for me, when I was testing it out, that's what I felt. A little bit more pulled in, it felt. We tried today the swing 4.5 and we tried an Origin 4.5. Reality, it worked well, did everything normal. It has the whole new F1 setup for the V4 lineup where you could adapt any of the handles that are coming out onto it. So that's a great touch. And overall, I think that if you had access to a striker swing, I'd probably go with one of those. But if you don't have access to it and you're trying to, get the most gear for the least amount of money, then this is going to be your option, because I think it's $100 or $200 cheaper. But in terms of quality, it's the same, and in terms of performance, it works. But I do feel that the strike and the swing is a little bit more performance orientated than the Origin. But either way, if I had one or the other wing, I would be happy. I'm just happy to be out in the water and riding, to be honest. So in reality, it's a great wing. I think if you bought it or if you're using it, there's nothing that you can really complain about, because it just does what it's supposed to do. It will get you out there riding, and you could probably ride the waves, you could jump, you could do whatever you want with it. But like I said, for myself personally, I'm probably gonna stick to the strike or the swing. But it was good to test it out, see what's new on the market. And like I said, this has a specific niche, which I think is gonna be schools and a budget-friendly setup, which goes back to other videos we've made about the Rocket Wing ASC, which is a budget-friendly board, but it's a super great board. I was just trying out a 60-liter board today, and the first time trying out the 60-liter, we've tried the 75, 90, 110, 130. This is what we use for rentals and teaching. Super durable boards, will last you a lifetime essentially, and they work. They do what they're supposed to do. And for the amount of money you spend on it, to the quality and the performance, it's the best bang for the buck. Because it's around $1,200 probably in the United States, and in Europe maybe 1,000, 1,100 euros, compared to the regular version, which might be 2,500, 2,800 for a carbon, or 1,800 for the regular, and then 2,800 for the carbon, roughly speaking, or 2,500. So there's a big price difference there, but it's gonna get you out in the water. It's good quality. It's gonna be fun. Has strap inserts. I was riding it strapless, but either way, those are another video. So yeah, this is about the Origin, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna stick to the Strike, but this does have a place in the market, and I hope that this video helps you make a decision if you're thinking to get this wing or if you're just considering different wings on the market. So anyways, guys, this is Charles Osterlin with Liquid Blue Cabarete in Cabarete, Dominican Republic. I'm gonna leave you with a view of sunset in Cabarete. We're just getting off the water from testing out some gear. Now we're gonna go make some pizzas. So have a good one. This is July 2024. Another windy day in paradise.